Hello, we are now at the last part of the subject algebra. Here we will discuss quadratic equations and progression. So, what is quadratic equation? It is a second degree equation where the first degree term and the constant may or may not be present. So here are the examples of quadratic equations. Second degree equation lang siya. Pwedeng may second degree term na variable, merong first degree na term, at meron ding constant. Pwede ring wala yung first degree term. It is also called as a quadratic equation. And pwede ring wala yung constant natin. Or pwedeng wala yung constant at yung first degree term. So that's quadratic equation. So here are the solutions in determining the roots of a quadratic equation. Hanapin natin yung solutions sa quadratic equation. So sa quadratic equation mismo, since it is a second degree equation, means that dalawa yung possible solution na meron siya. So ibig sabihin dalawa ang value ng x na pwedeng kalabasan or the root that will satisfy this equation. So ang unang solution natin para ma-solve ang roots ng quadratic equation ay by factoring. So if that quadratic equation is factorable, we can use those factors and we will equate them to 0 and makukuha na natin yung kanilang roots. Here, x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. Ipa-factor lang natin siya. Okay? So the first term is x squared. So we write here x and x. Last term is 6. Mga possible na factor ng 6 ay 3 and 3 times 2 or 6 times 1. So I will use 3 times 2. For us to have a negative 5 sa middle term, so ang gagawin ko, lahat ko to negative. To check, inside, multiply natin, and outside, multiply din natin. We will have negative 3x and negative 2x for a total of negative 5x kapag inadd. So, equate na natin yan sa 0. So, itong factors na to, isa-satisfy niya yung kanyang equation by simply making another equation for each factor at i-equate natin dun sa 0. The same way here for x minus 2, equate din natin sa 0. So, paghihiwalayin natin yung factors na yon at hahanapin na natin yung x. So, x is equals to positive 3 and x is equals to positive 2. So, yan ang roots ng quadratic equation na yan. 3 and 2. To check, substitute natin using 3. Okay, using 3 to check. Substitute 3. 3 squared minus 5 times 3 plus 6. So, dapat mag-equal sa 0 siya. Kaya, 9 minus 15 plus 6 equals to 0. So, 0 is equals to 0 kasi negative 6. So, para naman sa x equals 2, to check, 2 raised to 2 minus 5 times 2 plus 6. Dapat equals sa 0 din. So, 4 minus 10 plus 6 equals to 0. So, 4 minus 10 plus 6 is 0. So, correct. So, if the first degree term is missing, as you can see here, 4x squared minus 3 is equals to 0. Solution naman natin dyan para mahanap yung roots natin para sa quadratic equation na to ay 4x squared is equals to positive 3. Then, divide both sides by 4. Then x squared is equals to 3/4. To find x, i-square root natin siya. Square root natin both sides. So, ang kakalabasan ay x is equals to what? It's equal to positive and negative square root of 3/4. So, dalawa ang roots natin dyan. It's x is equals to positive the square root of 3, or x is equals to negative the square root of 3/4. Sorry, it's 3/4. So, yan. Kasi kapag mag-apply tayo ng square root, di natin alam kung either positive siya or negative. So, dalawa ang possible na root na kalabasan ng 3/4. Pwedeng positive or negative. So, ganun lang kapag yung first degree term is missing. By completing the square. So, gagawin natin dito, unang step is to transpose the constants sa right hand side ng equation natin. So, we'll have equals to positive 4. Then divide both sides by the coefficient of the second degree term, which is 3. So, divide both sides by 3 here, 3 dito. Kaya magiging x square minus 2/3 x is equals to 4/3. So, sa completing the square, mag-i-introduce tayo ng another number so that maging perfect square itong nasa left-hand side ng ating equation. So, sa completing the square, kapag nag-introduce ka ng number dito sa left-hand side ng equation, dapat i-introduce mo yun dito sa right-hand side ng equation para hindi maapektuhan yung ating original equation. So, di mabago. So, para pag may dinagdag ka dun sa kabila, idagdag mo din dito sa right. So, di ba, para maging perfect square yung isang expression, to check, we use calculator in solving the equation. So, we substitute the computed roots on the given equation. So, substitute natin. But first, I will store the value of x sa ating calculate. Okay. Para madali na lang ang pag-substitute. So, 1/3 plus square root of 13/9. So, yan. I-store ko siya. So, shift, ito, recall sa x. So, ang feature na yan, para lang yan sa mga 99ES Plus and 570. Meron din yung 991EX Plus. Pwede nyo gamitin yan. So, yon, substitute natin 3x square minus 2x minus 4. Dapat mag-equal sa 0. So, tama. Equal sa 0 siya. So, ganun din. Kung gusto natin i-try. Okay, recall ko lang yung kanina. I-store natin ulit siya sa x. Minus naman. So, shift, recall sa x. So, balikan natin itong equation na to. Type ulit natin. Then, equals. Equals sa 0. So, correct. Next. Solution by formula. So, ito yung last type of solution na pwede natin gamitin sa pagsosolve ng quadratic equation. So, dapat ang equation natin is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where a is the coefficient for the term that is in the second degree, b is the coefficient for the term that is the first degree, and c is the constant. So here are the solutions for the roots of quadratic equation using the formula. So, ang formula natin, negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Ganun din. negative b minus naman. Okay? The square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay. So, sample, we use the previous problem na sinolve natin kanina. Ngayon naman gagamitin natin yung solution by formula. Ito yung problem natin kanina. Gagawin natin isa-substitute na lang natin dun sa formula for quadratic equation. So a is equals to 3, b is negative 2, c is negative 4. So substitute lang. Negative 2 na yung b natin. So for x of 1, magiging positive 2 na siya plus the square root of b squared, okay, negative 2 square minus 4 ac, 3 times negative 4 divided by 2 times 3. So x of 1 is equals to 2 plus the square root of 4 minus, so compute na natin yung nasa loob ng ng radical. Okay, 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 4. Sorry, sama natin yung sign. Negative 4. So negative 2 magiging positive lang din yan. Kaya 52. Okay, 52 over 6. Ito naman, x of 2. So same lang, magiging negative lang to. Okay, 2 minus square root of 52 over 6 ang sagot dyan. Kumbaga, ang solution para sa formula natin is for x of 1 and x of 2, the solution is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, formula. So, yan yung sagot natin. Ngayon, yung 52, hindi pa siya nasa, meron pa siyang equivalent factors. So, i-factor out natin yung dapat i-factor at i-simplify natin yung sagot. 2 plus the square root of, ang 52 kasi is 4 times 13 over 6. So, magiging 2 plus 2 the square root of 13 over 6. Factor out 2, makakancel 2, 2, magiging 3. So, ang sagot dyan, okay, is 1 plus the square root of 13 over 3 or 1 minus the square root of 13 over 3. So, yan ang roots niya. So, bakit iba? Iba yung itsura ng sagot natin compare dun sa previous answer. So, ito kasi sinimplify na. Ngayon, yung sagot natin kanina, kung gusto pa natin tong i-simplify, pwede nating yung 9 is pwedeng i-square root. Kaya, ang kalalabasan ng equation na to dun sa previous, which is 1/3 plus the square root of 13, diba? Square root of 9 is 3. So, combine the two, we will have 1/3 kasi may common denominator tayo na 3. So, 3, 1 plus the square root of 13. So, same din dito. 1 minus the square root of 13. So, same lang yung sagot using the formula or by completing the square. But I think mas madali kung gamitin natin yung formula for quadratic equation. So, alam ko yung iba sa inyo, memorize na to. So that kapag may mga may encounter kayo na quadratic equation, you can simply use this formula. At madali na lang makuha yung x. So, tapos na tayo sa quadratic equations. We come now to the arithmetic progressions. So, ano ba ang arithmetic progressions? An arithmetic progression is a sequence of quantities called terms in which after the first can be obtained from the preceding by simply adding to a fixed quantity called the common difference. So ito mga example ng arithmetic progression. So a series of numbers na kumbaga may pattern na kung saan yung succeeding terms is just equal to the sum of a common difference na tinatawag na idinadagdag dun sa number na bago sa kanya. For example, itong 5, meron tayong idadagdag dun sa number 2 para maging 5, which is 3. So, kapag inad mo yung 3 sa 2, magiging 5, at inad mo ulit yung 3 sa 8, sa 5, magiging 8. So, ibig sabihin, pare-parehas yung dinadagdag dun sa number para makuha yung kasunod niya. So, ang tawag dun sa number na ina-add dun sa number na yun ay yung common difference. Now, how do we determine the nth term of an arithmetic progression? So, kunyari, merong series of numbers. Okay? Ngayon, pinapahanap sa'yo yung pang ilang term. Kunyari, merong term 1, 2, 3. Ngayon, pinapahanap sa'yo yung pang 100 na term. So, kunyari lang. So, magmamano-mano ka ba na i-add yung 1 para lang maabot yung pang nth term na yun? So, hindi. Hassle yun para imano-mano mo. Pero pwede naman. So, since ang pattern nga ng arithmetic progression is just simply adding the common difference of that number to the previous o yung preceding number. So, parang may pattern na mabubuo tayo. Kunyari, for the second term, so i-add yung common difference dun sa first term. Ngayon naman, for the third term, i-add dun sa first term is twice the value of the common difference. Diba? Kasi may common difference tayo, common difference. Para makuha ko yung third term, i-add ko yung dalawa dun sa first term. Kaya 2D. So, base sa pattern na yan, pwede nating hanapin ang kung pang ilang term kahit ilang value na yan using this formula. So, the nth term is equals to the first term plus the nth term or the value of n, kung pang ilang term yung pinapahanap, minus 1 times the common difference. So, para mahanap ang common difference pala, common difference is just simply the difference of the numbers. Okay, pero pabalik. So, kung yung third term, isasubtract mo lang nung second term. So, it's just equals to the second term to be subtracted by the first term. So, dapat magkatabing number, isasubtract mo lang. Yun na yung common difference niya. Okay. Sige, solve natin sa example na to. Hanapin natin yung pang 10 term sa arithmetic progression na to. So, usually, minsan hindi minimension na arithmetic progression siya. So, we have to really check if they have common difference. Isusubtract natin yung 5 sa 2, which is 3. Subtract din natin yung 8 sa 5, 3. 11 sa 3, sa 8 is also 3. So, this is an arithmetic progression. Hanapin yung pang 10 term. So, actually, kaya nyo naman. Kung ito yung first, second, third, fourth, mano-mano, plus 3 lang tayo, is 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, ilan na? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, ito na. Kaya yan yung mano-mano. Kaya naman. Pero paano kung fraction? So, kaya naman ng calculus. Pero paano kung napakarami na ng number na pinapahanap? We use the formula. So, the nth term is equals to the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. The first term is what? 2. While n is yung pinapahanap na term, 10 minus 1 times the common difference, 3. So, 2 plus 9 times 3, 2 plus 27 equals to 29. That's the 10th term. Okay? That's the answer. The sum of an arithmetic progression, the formula is n over 2 times a1 o yung first term plus a sub n o yung panghuling term. Okay, or simply the average of the sum of the first and last term. Okay, isa pang formula, depende sa given, para mahanap yung sum of all the terms sa isang arithmetic progression is n over 2, where n is the number of terms, times 2 a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, common difference. So, solve natin sa example na to using the 2 formula. Okay. Find the sum of terms of the arithmetic progression 2, 5, 8. Okay. So, ibig sabihin 10 terms yan. Kung gusto mong kumpletuhin, sige, isulat mo. Tsaka mo i-add. Pwede naman. But, using the formula, okay, we have a given of a sub 1, which is 2. A's of n is unknown. Common difference, subtract lang natin to, 3. Common difference of 3, and n, syempre, number of terms, is 10. The first formula that we're going to use is n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. But, wala pa tayong a of n, yung pang 10th term. Ngayon, di ba, sinolve na natin yan kanina. Kasi same lang naman yung progression na ginamit ko. So, nung sinolve natin yung pang 10th term nung progression, we have 29. Tama? 29. So, substitute natin sa formula, we have 10 over 2 times 2 plus 29. So, the sum of 10 terms is 5 times 31. 5 times 31 is 155. Yan. The second formula is S of n is equals to n over 2 times 2a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so bracket na to. So, the sum of 10 terms is 10 over 2 times 2 times 2 plus n minus 1 is 10 minus 1 times the common difference, 3. 5. Okay, didirect ako na. 4 plus 9 times 3 is 27. So, 5 times 4 plus 27 is 31. Same answer. Okay. So, pwede nyong gamitin to. Pwede din, yan. Depende sa given kung alin yung mas convenient na gamitin natin para ma-solve yung sum of all terms. Next. Okay. Another example. Find the sum of 9 terms of progression 25, 21, 17. So, subtract natin to. Common difference is 21 minus 25 is negative 4. Subtract din natin yung 17 sa 21, negative 4. Sulat yung given. Given. The first term is 25. The common difference is negative 4. And the n is 9. The ninth term is ano? Solve muna natin yung ninth term. The ninth term is the first term plus n minus 1 times d. First term is 25 plus 9 minus 1 is 8 times common difference negative 4. So, 25, 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. Ace of 9 is negative 7. Using the formula S of 9, the sum of 9 terms is equals to n over 2 ace of 1 plus ace of n or ace of 9. So n is 9 over 2, 25 plus negative 7. Okay, so bracket na to. S of 9, 9 over 2 times 25 minus 7 is 18. So, cell 9 times 9 is 81. That's the sum of all the terms. Next, the other formula is 9 n over 2, 2a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Substitute, we have 9 over 2 times 2 times 25 plus 8 times d negative 4. Substitute, 9 over 2. Evaluate na natin to. 2 times 25, 50 minus 50 minus 32. 50 minus 32 is 18. Okay, tingnan ulit. Cancel to. 9 times 9 is 80. Correct. For the arithmetic mean, an arithmetic mean is called when the terms between two given terms, ang tawag doon ay arithmetic mean. Kapag meron tayong dalawang term na nasa arithmetic progression, kunyari 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Ang tawag doon sa terms in between doon, okay, ay yung arithmetic mean. So, paano ngayon kung yun yung mga pinapahanap sa isang arithmetic progression? Okay, the terms between the two given arithmetic progression na term. So, dito, example, hanapin natin yung tatlong arithmetic mean sa arithmetic progression ng 7 and 13. So, kung titingnan mo, kung meron tayong 7 and 13 at may tatlong arithmetic mean, ibig sabihin, mag-insert tayo ng tatlong number at yung 13. Pero, yung progression na yan ay naka-arithmetic progression. So, paano ngayon mahanap yung tatlong term na yan na missing? So, ang way para ma-solve natin yan is that we assign values. So, di ba kung arithmetic progression yan at ito ay yung first term at ito yung pang last term, edi ito, ace of 1, ito ay ace of 5 kasi pang fifth term siya. So, using this, kung meron tayong given na first term, a1, 7, and the fifth term is 13, we can use the formula ace of n equals to ace of 1 plus n minus 1 times d, which is unknown yung common difference. How about n? Diba, ang n natin ay yung total number of terms sa isang progression, which is 5. So, by substituting the values, ace of n o yung ace of 5 natin is 13, 7 plus 5 minus 1 times d. Mahanap natin yung common difference. Kaya 13, 7 plus 4d. So, 13 minus 7 equals to 4d, or 13 minus 7 is 6. 4d. Divide both sides by 4. D therefore is equals to, dito ko na lang nilalagay, 6 over 4, or pwede pang ma-cancel yung 2. Okay, magiging 3 to 2. 3 halves. So, yan ang common difference natin. So, ibig sabihin, ang 3 halves, i-add natin dun sa first term, i-add din natin dun sa second term para makuha yung third term, i-add din natin dun sa third term para makuha yung fourth term. Kaya, add natin 7 plus 3 halves equals to, calculator na lang, 7 plus 3 halves is 17 over 2. And 17 over 2 plus 3 halves, okay, 10. Then 10 plus 3 halves, 23 over 2. To check, add mo pa ulit para ma-check mo kung 13 talaga yung kasunod niya. Tama, 13. So yan. Insert the arithmetic means. 17 over 2, 10, and 23 over 2. Yan ang mga sagot dyan sa arithmetic mean. So, kumbaga, hanapin mo lang yung missing terms sa isang arithmetic progression. For geometric progression, ito naman, ibang sequence naman ang meron sa progression na to. Sa geometric progression, the sequence of quantities called terms, each of which after the first can be obtained from the preceding by multiplying by a fixed quantity, which is called the common ratio. So, kung i-multiply mo pala yung number na yun, yung common ratio na tinatawag dun sa preceding number para makuha mo yung number na yun, para makuha mo yung common ratio ay i-divide mo lang yung number na to dun sa preceding number. So, 6 divided 2 is 3. And 18 divided 6 is 3. So, masasabi natin na yung kanyang meron siyang common ratio at ibig sabihin ito ay isang geometric progression. Kaya, kung ipahahanap na yung nth term of a geometric progression o kung pang ilang term ng isang geometric progression, we can simply use the formula ace of n equals to ace of 1, or the first term, times the common ratio raised to n minus 1, where n is kung pang ilang term siya. So, isubtract lang natin siya sa 1 at i-raise natin dun sa common ratio. Example, find the fifth term of the geometric progression 2, 6. First, write the given. Okay, given ace of 1 is 2, n natin ay 5, fifth term unknown. Common ratio, compute na agad. Ace of 2 divided by ace of 1. So, 6 over 2 is 3. That's the common ratio. To find the nth term or the fifth term, ace of 1, r raised to n minus 1. Ace of 1 is 2, r is 3 raised to 5 minus 1. So, 2 times 3 raised to 4. Okay. Solve. 2 times 3 raised to 4. 162. 162. Yan yung sagot. Okay. Pwede nyo naman imano-mano kung matyaga kayo. 2 times 3 times 3 ulit para sa third term times 3 ulit para sa first term, times 3 ulit, 162. Okay, ganun lang. Next, the sum of a geometric progression. So, para mahanap ang sum of geometric progression, if the common ratio is not equal to 1, ito ang gagamitin mo na formula. Okay, a sub 1 is to be multiplied by r raised to n minus 1 over r minus 1. Kapag naman ang common ratio natin ay numerically less than 1, okay, kapag less than 1 yung common ratio natin, mas mainam na ito ang gamitin natin na formula. A sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n to be divided by 1 minus r. Okay? Okay. So, ano pala itong r? Should be greater than 1 pala. Okay? Kung ang r is greater than 1, use this formula. If r is less than 1, use this formula. So, either of the two. Basta, depende sa value ng common ratio natin. Okay? Sige, compute natin itong problem na to. So, kanina sinod na natin common ratio ay 3. Hanapin yung sum of 5 terms. Okay? Formula. Since r is greater than 1, ang gagamitin natin ay ito. A sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1 over r minus 1. So, r minus 1. Yan ang gagamitin nating formula. Kaya, a sub 1 is 2. So, rewrite lang natin r raised to 5 minus 1 over r minus 1. Or, a sub 1 is 2 times common ratio natin is 3 raised to 5 minus 1 over 3 minus 1. Simplify. Or, calculator na lang. Sige, calculator na lang. 2 times 3 raised to 5 minus 1, 3 minus 1. 242. Okay. 242. 242. Next. Yun na. Or, yun nga kung gusto mo talagang sulat mo ulit yung pang-4 at pang-5 term at i-add nyo siya lahat. Sum of geometric progression. Okay? For the geometric means, ganun ulit yung terms na in between ng dalawang term at kung yung lahat ng term na yon makaka-form ng geometric progression. So, yung term na yon na in between two numbers ay yung geometric mean. So, dito, insert geometric means between 16 and 81. So, given a sub 1 is 16. A sub n natin is 81. Ilang terms yan? Ang in between sa 16, kung may tatlo, 81 ay pang 5th term. So, 81. Hanapin natin yung common ratio. Common ratio is to be determined by using the formula a sub n is equals to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Pagkahanap ng nth term. Ang a sub n natin ay yung 5, yung 5th term, which is 81. A sub 1 is 16. Common ratio unknown, but n is 5 minus 1. Okay? N is 5. Kasi 5 terms to. So, 81 equals to 16 times r raised to 4. Divide both sides by 16. Okay? Tuloy natin dito. 81 divided 16 is Okay, 81 over 16 pa rin. 81 over 16 equals to r raised to 4. Okay, cancel ito. I-fourth root natin para ma-eliminate yung exponent na 4 sa r. Fourth root, okay, fourth root ng 81 over 16 is fourth root, shift, fourth root of 81 over 16. 3 halves. Yan. So that's the common ratio. So gagawin natin, i-multiply lang natin yan, or pwede mong i-substitute dun sa formula para mahanap yung pang second term, pang third term, at pang fourth term. Or pwede naman, i-multiply na lang natin dun sa first term. 16 times 3 halves. Okay. Sige, 16 times 3 halves. 16 times 3 halves is 24. Then 24 times 3 halves. 36. 36 times 3 halves is 54. To check, multiply mo ulit, 81. So, 24, 36, and 54. Yan yung sagot natin. Next. How about an infinite geometric progression? Okay, and it is a geometric progression in which the number of terms increases without limit. So, unlimited yung number of terms natin. Paano mo mahahanap ngayon yung sum of all the terms of that geometric, infinite geometric progression? Itong formula is of 1 divided by 1 minus r. So, kumbaga, dun sa previous formula natin, alis lang yung numerator nung may r raised to n minus 1 or 1 minus r raised to n. So, ito na yung formula mo na gagamitin. Okay? Example, find the sum of the infinite geometric progression 2, 1/3, 1/9. So, to find the common ratio, divide lang natin yung second term sa first term. 2/3 divided by 2, or simply 2/3 times 1, 2/3 times 1 over 2. Okay? Kaya, common ratio is 1/3. So, if you have the common ratio, use the formula, which is the infinite geometric progression. Sum of infinite geometric progression is equals to a sub 1 divided by 1 minus r. A sub 1 is 2 over 1 minus 1/3. Sige. Calculator na lang natin. 2 over 1 minus 1/3. 3. So, yan na. Sum of all the terms is 3. So, hindi mo yan pwedeng imano-mano kasi infinite nga. Kailangan mo talagang gamitin yung formula. Okay? So, next type of, next kind of progression na meron tayo ay tinatawag na harmonic progression. It is a sequence of terms whose reciprocal are in arithmetic progression. Ito ang example, 1/2, 1/4, 1/6, 1/8. So, kung kukunin natin yung mga reciprocal niya, we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. Na kung saan, this is an arithmetic progression na merong common difference. So, to solve a harmonic progression, dapat lang i-convert muna natin dun sa reciprocal value niya. Then, apply the formulas for arithmetic progression, lalo na kung pinapahanap yung missing term o yung pang nth term sa isang harmonic progression. So, okay, ang tawag din ulit dun sa mga term in between terms that is a harmonic progression ay harmonic mean. Example, meron tayong harmonic mean na pinapahanap. Merong 4 na harmonic mean between 1/2 and 1/17. So yan, 2, 3, 4, and 1/17. So gagawin natin, para mahanap yung harmonic mean, gawin nating arithmetic progression by i-reciprocate natin yung kada term. So, we have 2 and 17. 2 is the first term, 17 is the sixth term. So, yun na. This is the sixth term. So, base sa given natin, may A1 tayo, may A sub 6, common difference unknown. Okay, common difference unknown, but N natin is 6. So, yan ang mga given natin. So, kung naka-arithmetic progression to, okay, apply na natin yung solutions sa arithmetic progression where the nth term, okay, the nth term is equals to the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Using this formula, we're able to determine the common difference. So, ang nth term natin is yung pang 6, a sub 6. Rewrite ko lang. A sub 6 is 17. A sub 1 is 2 plus n minus 1 or n is 6 minus 1 times d. Mahanap natin yung d. 17 minus 2 equals to 5d. 15, 5d, divide both sides by 5. Ang common difference mo pala ay equals to 3. So kung yan yung common difference, i-apply natin ngayon itong common difference na to dito sa arithmetic progression natin. So i-add lang natin yung 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 3 is 11 or plus 3, 14. Or kung medyo complicated yung common difference natin naka-fraction, yun ulit, i-add mo. Or masyadong madami, gamitin mo itong general formula natin for the nth term para mahanap natin yan. So yun na. So kung ito yung equivalent arithmetic progression niya, para maibalik natin dun sa harmonic progression, so i-reciprocate lang natin ito. 1/5, 1/8, 1/11, and 1/14. So yan na yung mga sagot. Ito. Okay. So that's it. Thank you for watching. So that ends the lecture for algebra. Susunod naman nating subject na pag-aaralan sa fundamentals of engineering mathematics is plane trigonometry. So thank you and God bless.